What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a hot minute since I uploaded a video, but honestly I have just been so busy with life, with clients, with work, with auditions, and so I just have not had the time to be recording and editing videos. But things have calmed down a little bit now, so I'm back with a new video finally. Little update for you all in terms of how the cut is going. It's going really well. I am about 7.5 weeks into this cut now, and about 12 pounds down, 11, 12 pounds down, something like that. So it's going really, really well. Strength's holding quite well in the gym. Energy's dipped a little bit, but that's purely because, although it's only been 7.5 weeks, because we knew from the beginning that it was going to be a 10-week thing, my calories are pretty low right now because we're going hard, sort of home stretch, like that final sprint kind of thing. With that said, today is going to be, as you've seen in the title, a day of eating. My calories are pretty fucking crazy right now. Today's total calories are going to be 2,300, which is low for me. On a non-training day, that's actually 2,000 right now. So it is in the basement in terms of food, but it's what we need for this final stretch. I want to get me as lean as possible, and then I'll probably head into a maintenance phase after that. On top of those low calories, what I'm doing is 4,000 to 5,000 steps fasted every day, with a total of 12,000 steps throughout the day, and I'm doing 30 minutes of cardio every single day. It was just post-training before, now it's every day. The joys of cutting. I've actually already been and done my steps, so I'm gonna make my first meal, because I'm real hungry. Okay, this first meal is gonna be pretty basic, pretty simple. It is 2 eggs and then 200 grams of egg whites. That's it. Originally, I was having some oats with this meal as well, but just because my calories are so low now, I've separated that into 2 meals. So my first meal is just the eggs, and then I have the oats in like 2 hours or so. Just gotta mix it all up. Also, for anyone in the UK who's cooking with a pan, I find those like 1-calorie sprays you can get in supermarkets are just shit. They just don't work anytime I've used them. So, for people in America, they've got this spray called Pan. It's amazing. It's just like this non-stick cooking spray. We don't have it here, but you can get this on Amazon. I think it's typically used for cakes and stuff, for making sure they don't stick to baking trays, but it works really well for this as well. So head over to Amazon and grab this because it's an absolute lifesaver. Instead of just using like oils and stuff that are going to add a bunch of calories to your food. Alright, this in. Now, if you have watched any of my day of eating videos before, you will know I like a lot of salt and pepper on my food. This is no different. But I have sort of learned to not add the salt while it's cooking, as I would with pretty much any other food, just because it kind of changes the texture of the eggs as they're cooking, and they just don't come out as well. So we will cook this until it's basically completely done, and then we'll add the seasoning. Okay, that will just about do it, I think. I'm aware that it is a lot of salt as well. Now, obviously, if I was like prepping for a show or something, I would be more careful with the salt. I'd be measuring at least what I'm actually taking in, but I'm not getting ready for a specific look. I'm actually just trying to lose as much fat as I can before I start work in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna salt my food up as much as I like. That is done. Alright guys, there we go. 2 eggs, 200 grams of egg whites. Gonna head upstairs and eat this while I start work for the day. Okay, so just spent about an hour doing practice for my voice acting work. Hence the duvet and the blanket that sort of is in front of my laptop and everything. is just to try and dull the sound while I'm waiting for my proper soundproofing stuff to come through. And like I say, I've been practicing that for like an hour now. So it's time for meal 2, finally. And as I alluded to earlier, this is gonna be my oats meal. It has come down again slightly since the last time I did one of these. So it's gonna be 50 grams of oats, 100 grams of blueberries, 10 grams of peanut butter, and 1 scoop of whey protein. Let's go. I've started using a smaller bowl because putting 50 grams of oats in that big bowl that I was using before, it honestly looks depressing. Whereas this, it's still not much, but it is a little bit more in this tiny, tiny bowl because we have got to that point in the diet. I'm just gonna give this a mix up before I add the water in, otherwise it gets like super clumpy, and this way we can make it just a little bit more even. We are going to be training legs later today, so I'm going to have this meal, and then in about, again, probably another hour and a half, 2 hours, I'll have my pre-workout meal, and then we will head off to the gym. I like to train early afternoon if I can. I just find it seems to be a good time for my body. I feel like nice and warm and ready to go, and that way also I can get a good few meals in. Like this is probably my most carb-heavy meal in the whole day, so I like to just have this in me and then have a couple of hours before I train. Alright, that's been in the microwave for like 1:40, so it should be the right texture. I think when I was in Miami and I was eating a lot of oats, I was eating like 170 grams or something. And now down to 50. So now, because it is a lot less food, I make them with a bit more water, just so the volume is up again and it kind of fills up my stomach a bit more. So now we take out precious 10 grams of peanut butter. It's sad that even that is too much, okay? Okay, yeah, there we go. Sad times for Joe. And then finally, some blueberries. There we go. So now I'm going to mix this all in, because otherwise the blueberries will break my teeth as I'm eating them. So I need them to thaw a little bit. I used to do like mixed berries, and they would have strawberries in them, and that was literally like trying to bite into a block of ice. So I've been scrapped. Okay, perfect. There we go. Got some more work to do, so again, I'm going to take this upstairs, and then that will probably take up the next like 2 hours of my time. So then it'll be time for my next meal. So let's go and eat and get cracking with some work. Alright guys, majority of the work is done for the day. I'll do a little bit more when I come back from the gym later tonight, but as I said, the vast majority of stuff that I need to get done today is now done. It is 2:10, so it's time for my pre-workout meal. My meals are gonna look shit, okay? In this video, they're not exciting at all. It's simply because my calories are so low, I'm trying to get the most carbs, the most protein that I can get out of them. Not a huge amount of vegetables. I'm getting my vitamins and my minerals from my multivitamins and my supplements that I'm taking in the morning. At the moment, I'm taking a multivitamin, some omega-3s, some extra vitamin C, on top of like my creatine and stuff. That's it. But enough talking. This meal is going to be 150 grams of cod and 100 grams of rice. It's not exciting, it's not fancy, but it's good food and it will get the job done. So let's fucking get it ready. The fuck is the wooden spoon? There we go, blind. Okay. So guys, something you're going to see me do a lot today is weigh out and heat up my food in a Tupperware container and then move it over to a bowl or a plate. This is simply because, as everyone knows, when you heat up food in a microwave and you have it on a plate, the plate gets really, really hot and the food does not heat up at all. So I found that if I do it this way, this heats up the food nicely, and I just move it over afterwards. Okay, nice. So whack this bad boy in the microwave, and then we can get it to a bowl. Oh, good lord, that's hot. I'm a bowl guy over a plate guy. I don't know why, but I'll take a bowl every time. As with my oats, guys, the amount of rice that I get to have with this meal it's pitiful, it's hurtful, if I'm honest. And it makes me sad, but it's all worth it. And honestly, I'm still having a good time. 150 grams of cod, 100 grams of rice, pre-workout meal. It's not gonna fill me up too much, but it'll get something in me ready to go and train legs. Let's go.
It's not really a joke, you know. That's how, you know, professional bodybuilder actually trains. I mean,
When I first saw pictures of Bible, it was like, this is terrible. Just like everyone has bodies. Everyone wants to look at the human body. We're faster than our body. We don't have to.
How would you like to train legs with a guy called Quadzilla?
you saw this quad freak at 19 years old.
With that meal eaten, guys, we are getting ready to head off to the gym now. So I'll just talk you through what I've got here. For pre-workout, Hostility. It is the best. This or Bloodshot, anything from hostile.com is the absolute go-to for this. Then for my intra-workout, I've got Silo 9. This is your amino acids, hydration, just sort of keep me going through the leg session, as my strength really hasn't dropped in this cut, but my energy sometimes in the gym as I get deeper into the session does dip, so this really helps me with that. And then post-workout, we've got a scoop of whey, and we've got 2 chocolate rice cakes in here. These are like 50 calories each. Just a good way to get some carbs in after a session. Let's go.
You're next to me, stuck in my head. When lights go off, you're everything that I could ever want. Your touch so soft. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. I'm trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of me. There's a feeling in my soul, can't defeat it. I lose control on your marks. Get set, are you ready to go? Give me meaning when I'm low, when I'm bleeding. You push me on your marks. Get set, are you ready to go? There's fire in our love.
Alright guys, back from the gym. Gonna hop in the bath actually, because the shower is broken right now. That's okay, have a nice relaxing bath. But before that, gonna get this meal down nice and quickly because it is 7 and I still have 2 more meals to get in. So, we've got 200 grams of 5% fat mince and we've got 200 grams of potatoes. Again, pretty simple. Let's eat. Let's go and get washed. Alright, all bathed and cleaned. It is now time for my final meal. I did a little bit more work just after I got out of the bath. So we're gonna make this last meal for the day as it is 10:15. This final meal is going to be chicken and rice. It is 200 grams of chicken breast and 150 grams of rice. And with that as a kind of dessert is 200 grams of Greek yogurt and 100 grams of raspberries. Typically, I would have these meals separate from each other, but just because I have been so busy today and I kind of got swept away doing work and stuff, it's very, very late, so I just want to get both of these meals eaten and I'm sure it'll fill me up, ready to go to bed. So let's get started. 150 grams, it's so sad. I think at the peak of my bulk, I was having like 300 grams, 400 grams of rice each meal. And to be fair, I don't miss being fat, but I do miss eating food, which is a difficult line to tread. Chicken's already weighed out. Don't need to worry about that one. You can just whack it on. While that's heating up, I'm going to get my yogurt ready as well, just so it's all going together. This thing of yogurt I have here is literally already comes as 200 grams. So again, don't have to worry about weighing it. I can literally just plonk it straight in. The raspberries I do have to weigh. 100 grams of here. And now I've just got to mix this up and it's ready to go. Okay, chicken and rice is done in the microwave, so we're going to season it and then we're going to put it back in again. I do like to be pretty thorough with my mixing for 2 reasons. 1, it gets the flavors around, but 2, it also helps to thaw the raspberries, which, as I mentioned with the blueberries earlier in the video, like you just don't want to be breaking your teeth on these frozen berries, man. But they're so good. That will about do it, I think. It looks like a bit of a massacre, but now to add the final thing. We're going to add 1 fork of chili crisps. If you have not tried this before, you are sorely missing out, my friends. This is literally the single thing that like saved my prep last year. Okay. Let's eat this final meal. Okay guys, that is gonna do it for my day of eating. The total is about 2,300 calories and something like 250 grams of protein. I'll put all of the macros up on the screen right now so you can see exactly what we're working with. And as I say, on a non-training day, this would actually be down to 2,000 calories. So we're digging in pretty deep at this point. As you saw in the gym earlier, strength is still holding pretty good. My energy is dipping a little, but in terms of actual numbers I'm able to put up, I'm still really haven't dropped much from the peak of my bulk, which is really, really awesome and very promising for what's gonna come after this cut in a few weeks' time. Now, I can't let you guys leave without sending you over to hostile.com. Use the code LANG10 to get 10% off all of your purchases, whether it's supplements like the Hostility I was using earlier, clothing like this t-shirt, or the clothes I was wearing in the gym, all of that is Hostile. Head on over there, it is just the best quality you can get. And again, the code is LANG10 for 10% off. But with that said, guys, that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get this one out to you. I promise to be better going forward. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to turn on notifications. And I'll see you next time.